PAX 2010. I'm joined by Michael Wilford from Twisted Pixel, here to show off Comic Jumper. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Good to see you.
Yeah, so we saw a couple of levels at E3, and now you guys are going to show this new manga level. But first, behind me here, we have this car. Can you explain what we're getting into here?
Yeah, so if anybody's ever seen the movie Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is kind of an old, crappy, but crappy in a good way, Jean-Claude movie, he gets in this metal car that goes hurtling towards a brick wall that somehow makes him go back in time, and we've always thought that was pretty awesome. So we replicated that car, and that's how Captain Smiley actually goes back into other comics.
So for those who haven't heard about Comic Jumper, what's kind of the overall premise of the game?
Sure, so you play as a failed superhero in comic books. His name's Captain Smiley, and he has his own comic called The Adventures of Captain Smiley, but you realize by the end of his comic, the first level that you play, that his readers are losing interest. It's kind of really, his villains are kind of extra corny and crappy, so it's kind of cool because at the end of the first comic you see full motion video, like the camera pulls out and you see a kid reading the comic. He's like, this sucks, and he throws it down and like kicks dirt on it. And so then he has to team up with his creators, Twisted Pixel, who help him. They recreate that Time Cop car for him that allows him to guest star into other comics. So he jumps into Nanok the Obliviator, the Improbable Paper Pals, and then Cutie Cutie Kid Cupids.
That would explain why some of you guys are actually in the game.
That's right, yeah. We make an appearance, and we're kind of trying to break the fourth wall a little bit. So
I noticed a star on his chest talks too. What's that about?
Yeah, I'm not really sure if we ever explain or if we ever even talked internally about why that makes sense. I think it's cool because it doesn't make sense. He's just a talking, chest kick, and they kind of hate each other.
Some things don't need an explanation. Okay, so here's the manga level. It's in black and white. We're going right to left now. So tell us about this.
Yeah, so the whole point of the manga comic is, Smiley jumps in and, can't really make sense of what's going on. He's, talking to Gerda, who's back at the base and helping him, throughout the whole story. And he's like, Gerda, I don't understand what they're saying, turn on my translator. And he's like, they're speaking English, you can't understand. And, so he's basically just desperately trying to get out of the comic as fast as possible. And he needs to rescue Brad, who's been kidnapped by the hentai schoolgirls.
Oh dear. So what was the inspiration behind this, and why? I see that he has spiky hair.
Yeah, so, he's in classic manga fashion. He's got the big spiky hair, and the girls love him, and they're chasing after him and just want to kiss him and hug him, and yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Okay, what kind of special powers does he have here in this level?
So it turns out his special powers are actually not so special. He gets into the comic, and normally, he's a badass. He's got all these cool guns and stuff, but he gets into the comic and he realizes his guns start shooting like hearts and bubbles and rainbows and love and stuff. So he goes the whole comic trying to find like real bullets.
Oh my. How many levels of these are there? The manga?
Of all the 4 comic styles that you go in, there's like 3 issues that you play through of each one. So there's 3 issues of Cutie Cutie Kid Cupids that you have to find your way through.
All right, great. So when is the game coming out and on what platform?
Yeah, so we just announced the other day actually. It's coming part of Game Feast. So October 6th. Be 1,200 Microsoft points, exclusive to Xbox Live Arcade. So yeah, coming soon.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. And that was our look at Comic Jumper. Be sure to check the game space for more coverage.